What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kev Kagik channel. Today we are going to be speaking about offset tires. Now, cars with offset tires have such an aggressive look. And before we dive into how good or how bad things can possibly go with an offset tire, there are three types of offset tires. You have a positive offset tire, a zero offset tire, and a negative offset tire. Now, a positive offset tire is your typical standard setting that comes from the manufacturer. Or else, a zero offset tire is one where the street side is a bit bigger and protrudes outside the body a little bit. On the other hand, a negative offset tire is the all out aggressive, massive offset tire that most people like. What you need to know before swapping to offset tires. Number one is that when you put on negative offset tires, it accelerates the wear on the ball joints, the wheel bearing, and the bush arms, etc. Because of the extra stress. Number two, by deviating from the standard offset to the negative offset, it changes the geometry of how load is applied. And what this does is that it affects the performance of the car. And you might also realize that you are having to consume more fuel to keep up with the speed that you are able to keep up using the normal standard offset. So you need to be aware that your performance will go down and your consumption will go a little bit up. Changing to negative offset tires will also have an impact on the spring rate, also called the spring constant. Well, simply put, this is the amount of force on your springs. So you might find that when you change to offset tires, this amount of force on your spring might go a little bit up, so that increases the stress on your springs, again pushing up the maintenance costs. Number four, now if you hit a pothole proper, you know what I'm saying? Things can go so wrong quick and fast. Now, negative offset tires are prone to injuries and damage. And this is because the sidewall is exposed. Actually, most people who change to offset tires, they keep the original set just in case something happens. Because now, if you hit a pothole and you destroy the tire and the rim, that means you're going to incur 30,000 to around 40 or 50, depending on the tire and rim you're using. So imagine those are two tires you're having to replace. That's a whopping 80,000. It is a bit more prudent for you to consider your pocket before you swap to offset tires, or rather, you can choose to keep the original set just in case something happens. You can simply swap them and then swap them again when you're able to afford the offset replacement. So beware of that. Now, enough of the scary side in regards to offset tires. Let us now focus on what might push you to actually get negative or zero offset tires. Number one is that offset tires give the car such an aggressive look. And this is actually one of the most common reasons as to why people swap from the standard wheels to negative offset tires. Number two, offset tires achieve a wider track. So what this means is that the car is able to turn faster because the surface area is a bit bigger. But remember, this pressure is being absorbed by the ball joints, by the wheel bearings, by the arm bushes. So you kind of get a little bit of both. You're able to turn faster, but then you're just exerting this pressure on the other parts of the car.